Hello ladies, what's up? It's your girl Pastora Janice Batista here, and I am live doing a Q&A with you ladies today so that I can answer all of y'all questions that y'all have about the tea herbs. Okay, so I've been wanting to do this live for a little minute, but I haven't had the opportunity. But the Lord was like, today is the day I'll be able to answer all of y'all questions. I do have a few here already. I'm gonna go off of those, and then I will also look at the live and see what questions you ladies have. God bless you, Diana. Welcome, my love. So nice to see you on here tonight. God bless you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for joining us. I am so excited to talk about my weight loss journey and everything that I've been doing, all of the changes, how the herbs have been helping me out so much. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so one of the first questions that I got is for you guys is, how much weight did you lose drinking this tea and how long did it take? Okay, so do you guys want to know more of the story? Let me know, those of you that are online already, if you want to know more about the story first of how I found the tea herbs. God bless you, Jeannie, my love. So happy to see you on here. Let me know if you guys want to know about the story or if you want to know straight about the weight loss. Does it make you jittery? Absolutely not. Okay, some said the story. So I'll go into the story and how I tried it first. That way you ladies could see what's going on, right? So I went to Ecuador for the first time, but okay, thank you so much. So I went to Ecuador last year and it was such a beautiful experience. Okay, we went to Quito. My husband is half Ecuadorian and half Dominican. He used to go to Ecuador every summer when he was younger. So for him, this was very different because now he was going back to Ecuador with his family, with his wife, his kids that were already big, and it was a new experience for us. I never went outside of the US. I think I only went to Puerto Rico when I was younger, but I had never went on an international trip like that. So for me, there was like a lot of nerves and anxieties because God was like literally the one orchestrating the trip, literally. And I remember when I went there, it was just a difference. You could feel the shift in the atmosphere compared to like in America, how there's so much fast food everywhere. And as soon as I got there, one of the main things that I noticed is how everybody there, it was fresh food. From the moment you get on the plane, you could just tell the difference in the food. And that was one of the things that really made me feel good when I went there and just started experimenting with the different juices. The eggs taste different, cheese, the yogurts. It's just a different experience. Like you have to have either been outside of the US somewhere where the food is fresh, or you have to be there to experience it. But they give with all of the breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and people don't even eat dinner like that out there. People always eat either breakfast, a small thing for breakfast. Like I know for us when we were there, the first thing I went to do for some reason was grab some tea, because I've always been a big tea drinker. I'll drink some coffee, but like coffee is not my thing. I've always been a big tea drinker. My husband, on the other hand, he's a big time coffee drinker. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm Puerto Rican. I have my little bustelo every now and then. I love to have coffee, but if it was up to me, I just preferably would love tea more. And especially tea that does not have caffeine, just because I personally don't like any jitters either. So, so trust me, I would always buy the aromatic teas from like Walmart, Target. I forgot the name of it, but it's like a little flower box that has like all of the different teas in there, blueberry, raspberry, like all these different teas in there that were caffeine free. But anywho, when we went over there, it's very normal to have tea in the morning. The honey was homemade over there, so the honey was like on a whole nother level. And then we would have like just a piece of bread or yogurt and fruit in the morning, and then towards the afternoon, they would have what you call almuerzo, which is like a full lunch. And when I tell you a full lunch, it was like $3, $4, $2 for like a whole lunch. God bless you, Deya, my love. God bless you, sweetie. So it's like a whole lunch. You getting rice, you getting lentils, you getting lentils or beans, you getting plantains, you getting eggs, avocado, a freshly squeezed juice, whether it was blueberry, banana, oh my god, like so many fruits. They had strawberry, all these agua frescas and natural juices over there, and they give you that with your meal. And it was just so different for me. So when I was literally going around, you know, the historical centers and meeting people and just seeing all these different people and things like that, I remember seeing that they kept serving. I kept seeing teas all over the place and people using different herbs when they would serve the lunches and stuff like that. And I asked them, went up to them and asked them like, hey, what is this? Because once I tasted it, like when I tell you this is the tea bag. When you order it, this is what it's gonna look like. We try to make it as biblical as possible. So, sackcloth is in the Bible. And we wanted to put it like very biblical, very beautiful like that. But when you smell this bag, like you could smell the fruit, the aromatic, you could just smell the herbs through the bag. And it's so beautiful because when I literally tasted the tea for the first time, I remember the taste of the herbs. And it was something that I never tasted before. It was something very natural. It wasn't like your regular iced tea from here in the US. Okay, it wasn't just sweet tea. It didn't taste like none of the syrups, none of that, right? So when I went there and I noticed that everybody was drinking it, I started to ask them like, what was the benefits? Like, why does everybody drink it? Why do they serve it with everything? And that's when they literally started to talk to me. And I learned from different people, different restaurants, everywhere I went to, whether I was in Quito or I was in Ecuador. It is a very cultural thing for people to have these herbs during their meals. Okay, so one of the things that I learned is that whenever you're taking these teas, to them, it is something very sacred. To them, it is something, they are very in tune with God. Those are people that they work their land, okay? And they are very, very protective, amen, of, what they're doing and how they laboring in the land with love for other people within their community. Daya said, I can't wait to try. I placed my order the other day. Yeah, it's awesome. Let me know what you think. But when I went there and I started drinking the teas, like I said, it was just like a little taste shock to my body, because I was like, wow, this is different. I've never tasted this before, but it was so yummy. It tasted so clean, right? The water over there was very different too. Like you could just taste the fresh lemons that they would put in there, the honey. Like it was just such a soothing drink. And one of the things that I love about these sacred herbs, you can drink this cold or you can drink this warm. So either or, you can have it as a hot tea, or you could brew it and add some ice according to your taste buds, and you can add some honey in there, lemon, and you can have it like a nice cold iced tea. But the difference is that it has like more of a raspberry taste. Okay, you're gonna definitely smell the lemons, the aromas, the aromatic aromas. And this is something that I never ever seen anywhere in the US. Now, I'm from New York. I've been around mad Colombians. I've been around Queens, Elmhurst, Jackson Heights, Corona, mass Spanish neighborhoods, Puerto Rican, Dominican neighborhoods. I've never seen these herbs. Now, granted, as a Latina growing up in New York, I have seen the little bags of like clavito. I've seen certain different herbs that, they sell in the supermarkets, but these are not the same. Because even though those may be herbs that maybe came from like different countries, number one, they're not aromatic. So you're not going to get that instant connection, boom, and the positivity with the smell. Because just smelling it, like I said, it just brings positivity all to your life. Just you're just smelling it, and it just smells so fresh and so clean, and just so amazing. Just all of the different herbs. There's more than 26 herbs in here. Okay, so there is a bunch of herbs in here that are made fresh from the ground. Okay, and so when you smell those other herbs that literally come from the supermarket and you open them up, you're not gonna get any aroma. You're not gonna get that same feeling, because I feel like those are more processed, especially if they come from like other countries where the laws are not as strict, right? But one of the things that I love about these herbs and how they just do everything in Ecuador, everything is done legally. Everything is done with so much care. Everything is done good or is not done at all. Okay, so you definitely, yes, definitely try to get your hands on them. But so when I started to taste them, and I remember, having them with all of my meals, I remember it took 2 weeks for me to see results, literally, because the first 2 weeks that we had in Quito, I didn't see any results, right? So once I was in Cuenca, and we were like, I think 2 or 3 days into the trip, that was when I literally noticed, like, oh my God, like I'm losing weight. Like I literally could tell. I was looking at my skin. My skin was looking way different as well. I was feeling more happy. I was feeling more positive, right? There was just so many health benefits that I started to see. And when I would speak to all of the indigenous people, they were telling me on how those herbs cleanse their life, right? Now, mind you, I also had some chest pain before I actually went on the trip. So I don't know if it was because of stress or what, but I ended up going to the clinic there. I ended up speaking to one of the doctors, and one of the things that I even noticed there that I'd never seen in America is that over there are so many older people that are like, they're literally living, okay? Like, I don't know if you noticed or have ever been to like a nursing home or a hospital in the US, like you literally don't see them looking lively, right? And one of the things I noticed there is that, number one, they're so strong over there. Like you see the older people, they be living long, like literally, like they be in there. I need some tissue for my nose. They literally be alive like 70 years old, 80s, 90s. Like you could literally tell that they are well taken care of. They look very healthy. Okay. They look very strong. And most of the 40-year-olds over there are way stronger than the 20-year-olds out here in the US, like literally, because they are just still alive, eating well, exercising, walking up and down the mountains. Like, and one of the things that I noticed too, even the clothing is different. So when I tried to go over there and buy some clothes, guess what? Your girl was too fat, okay? My clothes, 1X, 2X, they didn't have nothing that size. Like literally for me and my husband, we couldn't get anything over there with that size. Can you imagine being in another country, right? And they had nothing, no clothes. I was like, well, what you trying to say? Like, but one of the things that I admire about Ecuador is that on their packaging for absolutely everything in the supermarket, cookies, yogurt, milk, snacks, they have this little protection system or something like that, where they literally have, like, you know how in America when we driving it says red light, green light, right, yellow, it has the same thing, red, green, yellow, like that, and it tells you when something is red, it means that there's a lot of fat in there, a lot of sugars. So they literally help you not consume things that are going to be harmful for your body. And they rarely, even when you taste anything over there that is considered fattening, is not even the same like it is here. It is so different. Even the sodas taste, because I think they have no gas in them, but they taste so good. Okay, the sodas over there, the Kentucky Fried Chicken, everything is fresh. And I came back with a mentality like, hey, they trying to kill us over here, like literally, because you could just just taste it. Like here you have Hardee's, you have Bojangles, you have just all of these Biscuitvilles, you have like all of these places. There's nothing available that is healthy. It's either pizza, it's either CC's, it's either Little Caesars, it's either all of these fast food places, Chinese foods everywhere that has like a whole bunch of MSG and has a whole bunch of high sodium. So it's like, okay, once I started to literally pick up on like, okay, over here, everything is healthier. Over here, everything is fresh. Over here, people are not obese. I was like, over here, people are living longer. Their vegetables last longer. Like literally, when we will get back to the Airbnb and I looked at the fruits and how long they last, I was like really surprised. So what happened? So then I noticed me taking the teas, it's something culturally that they do. So me taking the teas every day, yes, Laura, every single day, I'm there taking these teas, not even knowing that it was going to be a drastic weight loss. I had no idea. Like when they told me it was going to cleanse my system and it was going to make me feel good and stuff like that, and it's just good and healthy. And, I just took their word for it because they give it to you like a juice, literally. So when I started to see the results in Cuenca, that's when I really started to be like, okay, I need to ask a little bit more questions, right? So when I was there in 1 month, I lost over 20 pounds in 1 month. I literally was looking for a scale. I couldn't find a scale over there for me to weigh myself. But my clothes, I could tell instantly. My jeans were fitting me very loose. My sweater was fitting me very loose. Instantly, the pounds fell off. Now, you don't feel jittery when you take this at all. It would work for blood pressure too. Yes, this is good for so many things, and I'm going to go through that with you guys right now. So first, how much weight did I lose the first time? Almost 20 pounds over there in 1 month. Okay, so now I lost 22 pounds here in like 2 months, right? So I started when I first started taking it, because I would take it here and there, but when I really started taking it 2 months ago, really, really faithful, you could just take it once in the morning. Like you could take it more, but since this is not something that's easily accessed, like it's not something that I can get in bunches right here, and I don't have like a lot, you take one in the morning. But I literally am the type of person, I just gonna throw this out there. A few years ago, I want to say maybe like 16 years ago, I remember my husband had brought from Washington Heights in the Dominican land over there in New York. He ended up getting these pills that were supposedly natural pills. When I took those pills on an empty stomach, y'all, I felt like I was going to die. And ever since that day, after that episode that I had to be in my cousin's house and she was like giving me soup and, I just felt like literally I was going to die that day. And I don't even know why I didn't go to the hospital, but I just felt horrible. But that was the last day I ever decided to take anything for weight loss. I was like, that put so much fear in me that I would never take it again. And as a woman of God, I would never want someone to have that experience. This is why I am against pills and gummies and all that stuff and powders. You got to be careful with it unless like you look at the ingredients and stuff. But when it comes to like me taking these teas, I definitely feel very safe because they're herbs, okay? And they come from the ground. So I want to say I started at 238 pounds, and then I went all the way to like 216, 218. And then recently this week, I've been bouncing back from 210 to 212. Okay, so I want you guys to know how many tea bags for the results. I would get 5 tea bags in here. Okay, this is enough for 1 week. Okay, so I would literally get, if you want for the whole month, get like 4 orders. It would come out to like $60 for 1 month supply. Okay, but even when you get it in the tea bag, like I said, it's nice and thick like that. When you smell it, it smells so good. And you can kind of get, for the weekend, you can stretch it with the 4 bags only, and you can use this and try to get 2 cups of teas from there. Okay, and you can like literally once you put it, comes out such a pretty pink once you put the tea bags in there, and it's gonna smell so nice. When I tell you, it is like an anti-stress, and it is so relaxing. Like, you're just gonna love these teas with honey in there, a little bit of sugar if you want, or some lemons. I'm telling you, this tea it tastes so sweet. Like, it tastes like I want to say raspberry lemons. And I say raspberry just because it has like a cherry that is so aromatic that it has like a cherry lemonish-y raspberry type of smell and taste. So, and because it has flowers in it too. So it has over 26 aromatic flowers and herbs in here. Okay, so this is why they're medicinal herbs. You can get them on my website. Okay, so the teas are not only for weight loss. This is why I love these teas so much, and I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through all of that. So this tea can serve you as a detox to cleanse your system without the diarrhea. You are not going to have this cleansing your system and having you go into the bathroom. You could literally, this is so natural. It's a natural tea. Nothing is, if something is making you go to the bathroom with diarrhea, is not natural. Like, literally, unless I don't know what you got in your body, but it does not do that to me. This does not make me go have diarrhea and go to the bathroom at all. And I am somebody that suffers from IBS because I had my gallbladder removed, right? So I'm not able to digest certain foods the way other people do. So trust me, if it was something that was gonna have me go into the bathroom, absolutely not. I would not recommend it at all. And I would be honest with y'all. I need some tissue. My nose is so stuffy. I would be honest with y'all, and I would tell y'all because I am a God-fearing woman. She said, I'm 215. All the medicines have put on me from 130 to assist the big bone. Yes, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, in this country, they push pills on people. It's very unhealthy for us to be taking so many pills, to be having so many processed foods. It does something to your stress. It does something to your mind. It does something to your spirit. She said a few weeks ago, I had a dream telling me to detox and vitamins. I'm pretty sure it was God. Yes. That is, I will tell y'all that. Really, for real. Okay, I have my vitamin D's. I have my vitamin B12. You have no idea how taking regular vitamins, not all these other crazy gummies, regular vitamins, especially just those two, B12, and if you're running low on your vitamin D as well, I would definitely recommend getting those and taking this with it. Okay, I personally, I have 2 gummies that I take in the morning. I have a digestive gummy that I'm going to show you guys in the house. I'll try to get you some pictures of it. And then I also have my vitamin B12 in the morning because I can take that on an empty stomach and my body is going to not react to it. Then I'll take the vitamin D12, the vitamin D in the afternoon. Okay. And I will have my tea in the morning, and like I said, you could have it with a piece of bread, you could have it with a banana, you could just literally drink your tea just like that. It's not going to do anything to you because it's just a natural tea. So when you detoxing, right, it will help you detox your body, and it will help you also with your gut. Okay, so if you want to cleanse your gut, you definitely want to treat your gut well, because your gut is literally what is functioning and holding intact all of your organs and your digestive system. So you don't want your gut to not be very well taken care of. This is the reason why I also started taking my vitamins to make sure that I'm strong, because when I kept going to the hospital feeling weak and stuff like that, they kept telling me like, girl, you are very low in vitamin D. Why? Because we don't get to go out like that out here in the US. We don't get to get that sun. So we need that vitamin D, and we need herbs like this because it's going to help us. It's going to help you not only hydrate your body, but it's going to help you cleanse your body, and it's going to help you feel good mentally, spiritually, and physically. This is what I literally felt when I was in Ecuador, and the Lord was literally putting it in my heart to get my hands on these, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. It took a whole year for me to be quiet and not tell anybody about my plans and what I was doing with these teas, because I know that a product like this here in the US, this is the reason why I feel like we selling out a lot too, because girls are already starting to notice they're feeling better, they're speaking better, they have more clarity in their life. There's a reason why I feel like we selling out of these really quickly, because they're starting to, and not only that, but I'm using this every single day. Every single morning I'm getting, that's how I start my day. I literally go put my pot to boil the water, and I'm literally starting the day, because I feel like the rapid weight loss that I'm having is the most natural weight loss that I've ever seen and I've ever experienced. Okay, this is why I vouch 100% for these Ecuadorian tea herbs, because like I said, they come from the Andes. And not only that, if you somebody that has a hard time losing weight because your metabolism hasn't had, any action, or nothing is happening, and you eating the same things and you just stuck in your weight and just you feel fat and can't lose weight, you definitely want to get this, because it is going to kickstart your metabolism in a natural way. So you are going to start to burn fat, and you're not even going to feel that you're burning fat, because it's a natural herb, okay? This is also really good for disease prevention. So it will literally help you with your brain health. It will help you with your mentally, with your organs, like whatever it is that you got going on in your body. If you need some mental clarity, if you having issues with your kidney, with your lungs, you have cancer, you want to have stuff like, you want to have these natural herbs at your reach. I feel like these herbs, you should be giving them as a gift to your grandmother. If you have a grandpa, a elder that you really care for a lot, and it's really hard for them to take walks too, it's really hard for them to get out the house, they weak, they have no strength, give them these herbs, give them vitamins, tell them to drink a lot of water. Like literally, I'm drinking like 2 or 3 of these a day. Like literally, I feel my thirst has literally increased for more water. So it's like, now that I'm thinking better, right? Now I'm drinking better, I'm eating better, I'm just not having any fatty foods, and if I do, I'm having it now in moderation. Okay, so it says I started ones before, but yes, they are really, really good. Okay, so whenever we talk about let's see a little bit more here, one of the things they were asking me here. Okay, so let's talk about what inspired you to bring these herbs straight from the Andes here. Okay, so that was basically just me being over there and just seeing the difference. And the Lord was the one that was basically speaking to me like, yo, we need to get our hands on these. We need to bring these back to America. Like that was literally one of the things that God was putting in my heart. That's why I'm so happy that we did. It took a whole year process to get them through customs, to go through the certification process to bring these herbs here. So these herbs are legally what is that word? They are legally coming through customs, because of the facility where I'm getting them in the Andes has gone through all of the certifications as well, because they're the area where the herbs are being made and the area where they processing everything has been certified through Ecuador. So this is why we don't have now any issues, and we're able to import them in without any issues. Okay, but I had to go through a whole process for a whole year staying quiet, just so that women of God, mighty women of God, because that's what God was putting in my heart. This is going to change your life. Okay, it's going to change your life, because I'm not the type of person to give somebody anything that I would not take myself. Like I literally, this is not paid programming. This is something that is going to this is something that's going to transform your way of thinking. It's going to transform the way you feel about yourself, because when you having these processed foods, they're making you feel unhealthy. They're making you feel not positive. They're actually affecting your body in a negative way. Okay, so you become what you eat. Okay, I'm just being very straight. Yeah, glory to God, Marisol, because I'm telling you, God is so good. So then it asks me the farm. Okay, what spiritual? Okay, so what herbs? Let me see. Okay, so it says what makes these herbs different from the ones we could find in the stores. And okay, so this is the thing that I was telling you earlier. So a lot of these herbs, like I said, once you smell them, it is a fresh product. It is, they don't use no chemicals in their in the Andes. Like you could just tell it is, once you drive, like we drove like through different areas, just looking at the mountains and just looking at the volcanoes and just looking at how they harvest their things over there. You could even tell by the fruit, the quality of the bananas. Most of the bananas that we get here is from Ecuador or Costa Rica or like, you know, something like that. But mainly Ecuador is a huge supplier to the US for fruits. And in my life, just walking through the mercados over there, I never in my life seen so many fresh fruits. When I talk about fresh avocados, you can look it up on YouTube. Type in Ecuadorian markets. You're going to be like, wow. I remember seeing a cabbage in one of the stores that was like the size of a pumpkin, a huge cabbage. And I asked the lady, I wasn't going to buy it, but I still wanted to know the price. I was like, oh, ¿cuánto cuesta ese repollo? And she was like 30 centavos. And she was like 30 cents for a big old cabbage. And when I tell you the grapes were huge, okay, like that's one of the things that I cannot wait to, when we go back there, to not only see the people and just, you know, fulfill the mission that God has for us in that nation, in that place. But man, the food, I really miss the food every single day. There hasn't been one day that I haven't been back from Ecuador that I don't miss it, that I don't want to go back, that I don't, you know, just miss the quality of the food. You know, the quality of food over there really makes a difference. And it made me just change my mindset as we're here in the US. I was like, man, this is really going to change people's lives, because it's going to help them wake up in the morning and feel more energized. If you're a mom, okay, and you have a lot going on, that you need to clean the house, you got to clean those toilets, you got a whole bunch of stuff to do at work, you need to have mental clarity in your mind. Like you cannot, you know, overthink things. You cannot go crazy and feel stressed and feel weak. So I really, you know, like I said, if you guys have any other questions, definitely, you know, let me know. But you can also, you know, just grab these on my website and know that this is, hold on, let me turn off that, sorry. You know, these YouTube commercials, you gotta love them. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to just the generational wisdom that they poured into my life, I will forever be grateful. You know, just looking at the healing properties that come with all of these herbs, and just the things that I learned from them, and just looking at how they passed these teas down from their generation and their generation, it just helps me be more in sync with God, because it is something natural. These are God-fearing people that are working the land over there, and they pray to God. These are people that are God-fearing. You can't come there. Big Pharma can't come there and literally, you know, taint their products. They won't go there and taint their land, their vegetables. Like, those people are too God-fearing, because they would never consume that type of junk in them. They know. I've even seen commercials in the news when it comes to cigarettes in Ecuador. They literally, people try to come and sell illegal cigarettes from Europe or from US. They don't want them, because they know that the stuff that comes from here and other places, it's literally stuff that is killing and harming people, and they will not allow that into their country. And that's one of the things that I really admire and respect about Ecuador. And like I said, that to me was new, because I never went into a supermarket and seen, okay, alta grasa, like that. Okay, so they're telling me this is too much fat. Like they'll literally tell you all the foods is like right there, and they'll tell you how many calories, why it's bad, and they help you pick better options for your body. So this is why I know that these little herbs not only are gonna be jam-packed with a lot of power and potency, but it's also not gonna give you that effect where you're gonna be feeling like, oh my God, I feel sick, or like, oh my God, what is this? I'm never gonna order it again. No, absolutely not. I recommend you guys try one bag, and if you don't like it, don't order it. But I guarantee you, because everybody that has been ordering these have literally not been disappointed at all. And I will open up one just so you can maybe see, but you can actually see the pictures on my website. I don't even think I could open this. I can't. My husband bagged them, and when he bags them extremely tight. But I think I have here, let me see. Let me go to my website. I'll be able to show you the herbs and literally what they look like. So this is what you're going to be getting. Let me see if I can bring it here. Let me see if I can make it bigger. 1 second. Let me see. Okay, so you see these are literally the herbs right there. Look how pretty they look. You see the herbs and the flowers? That's literally what it looks like in there. So when you get the herbs, this is what it's gonna look like when you actually put them to boil. And on my website, I actually have a video on there that you can use, that you can see the process on how me and my husband actually make the herbs. Okay, so let me go down just a little bit more. I don't know why my computer froze. But like I said, all we do is just use these in the morning. You could in the afternoon, but I'm okay with just one. I personally don't take two, not because I don't want to, but because I don't want to waste the herbs. So, I have a limited supply, and it takes like 2 to 3 weeks to when I get the new batch in. So, I'm like, I try to like not, go crazy with the herbs and stuff, because I know I got to save some for everybody else. But I am having them, like I said, once a week. So you guys can order on my website, destroyingevilaltars.com, and you can go to the shop page. Okay, so when you go to my shop page, you will be able to see it right there. Yes, can children drink the teas? I want to start detoxing my children. Yes, absolutely. These are natural tea herbs. They're natural. It's tea. If they could drink coffee, they could drink this. Okay, it's not gonna do them, like I said, any bad at all. So let me go to the Armor Up shop, and I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna click the little pictures, and these are pictures of our actual teas. Okay, so you can actually see what they're gonna look like. Okay, when you get them, and you'll see the video is the same thing, and you'll see my story and everything like that here. Okay, so boom, here is the teas right here, and this is where it actually comes from, but you guys may not be able to see everything there. Let me see. Matter of fact, I could flip it over, the camera over. Let me see. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, tell me if you guys could see this. How do I flip this over? Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I don't be using this too much like that. Will it let me? I don't even think it's gonna let me flip it over. I'll end up closing it. Okay, let me go. No, not there. All right, let me just go like this, old school. Let me see. Can y'all see it right there? You see how I put it with the flowers and the Bible and stuff like that, the pictures that I took? Let me show you. These are all the different aromatic. How do I turn this around? No, that says to send it to somebody. Do y'all know how I turn this around? I don't even see that option on here. No, I don't see none of that options there. All right. But look, let me go through these a little bit more. Okay. Boom, you see how pretty the teas are gonna look? Let me make sure y'all looking at it. See how pretty? That is literally what they're gonna look like. See all the herbs and stuff on there. But when you go on my website, you'll be able to see more of the Andes, Ecuadorian Andes, and you are going to be able to see all of the herbs that are there. Okay, and if you want more information on exactly what type of herbs, I also have all the way in the bottom, and you'll be able to see the weight that I lost in Ecuador as well. You'll be able to see me when I was looking at myself. I was like, okay, I was like, there you go, girl, the woman of God losing all that weight. But I also created an ebook. I just thought about that right now as well. If you have any questions, it's actually called Sacred Herbs. Okay, so I made this ebook right here to answer all your questions and give you details of all of the herbs that are actually in there. So if you want to search them up and see what the ingredient is, let me see if I can show it to you there. You guys see the book Sacred Herbs right there? The pink one with the book right there? I have it for $5 there. Okay, so a $5 donation will definitely help us out in the church. Okay, and all of the funds that you put to the herbs, they go to help us here in our church in Burlington, North Carolina, in Basilea Ministries. Okay, so everything that you purchase from our website is going to be used as a donation to our ministry. So not only are you helping transform the lives of the people here, but you're also going to be transforming lives when we go back to South America and start to bring a lot of toys and clothes and things like that to Ecuador when we go back. So we definitely want to go back. Child, I've been trying to go back since we came back. Okay, so much so that I done got rid of everything in my house. I'm just like ready to go back over there because I just love it so much. It was just such a beautiful experience, beautiful people. I literally cannot wait to come back. And I really thank each and every one of you ladies, for just spending time with me today and letting me, just express myself a little bit on how, happy I am, with these teas and how they have literally transformed, my life. And when I look at myself and I look at my body, let me show y'all. Like, I am literally so happy. And I literally cannot believe this is my body. Hold on one second. I'm using my new tripod. Like, I literally cannot believe, right? Let me pick up my pants, that this is my body now. So, like, I am so happy. I lost all this weight. You look at my jeans. You see how big they are? Like, they literally fitting me really big. So I have to get, like, new clothes and stuff like that. So I'm really happy, with the weight loss. I'm really happy. You see my belly and stuff is like very, like, I have my little chichos here. I wouldn't even show that before. Okay, but now even if I have a faja, my fajas are too big. I had to order new underwears because they were already fitting me up here. Okay, so when I tell you your girl had the struggles, I had the struggles. Okay, you ain't see it. You be like, Patora, you was doing really good to hide your pouch. Girl, the pouch was there. Okay, it was there. So, but like I said, I feel really good with my bras. Like, you know how sometimes your bras can hurt you here, your faja and all that? Like, it feels so good. I am so happy, y'all. Like, you have no idea. Like, this journey has literally helped me so much just with my happiness and just feeling better about myself. It literally has changed my life, not only because I'm more connected with God, but because these herbs, I feel like, are a gift from God. It's connecting us to the earth. It's connecting us to the ground. Okay, it's connecting us to the plants. It's connecting us, and that's what people had before. They had all this meat and all this stuff, like all this crazy processed food that are in the cans. I'm definitely gonna put together for all of the ladies that are in the ministry all of the things that they need to stay away from, like things that when you go shopping, do not buy those things. Like, there are so many things that I literally would not buy because I know it's too processed. I know it has too much sugar. I know it's just horrible. So you could still eat good. right? You can still eat good. Like right now, like when I put this little book together and these videos, I'm gonna show y'all where to go buy the food, what to buy, how to lose weight, what meals you need to be having, and what meals you need to stay away from. Okay, so the pouch was yeah, the pouch was still pouching. I agree totally, because that's just how it was, you know. But now, like I said, with the faja that I had on, my husband was like, oh my God, like this is loose. Like it was, the faja so loose that it literally was bunching up right here. Like the faja literally was making me look bigger, because the faja was just like poking out, you know. So now, you know, that I'm losing all this weight and I've been able to, you know, lose all the weight, drink a lot of water, have electrolytes. I'm gonna, like I said, put together more information so that when you're fasting with us on Friday, like even if you want to start fasting with us on Fridays and you want to take the herbs throughout the whole day as a Daniel fast, you can definitely, you know, do that. You can have a glass in the morning, have a lot of water, some electrolytes. We're definitely gonna start talking about things to eat, and I'm gonna put it more in a video contest where I'm gonna actually try to go with y'all to the supermarket and see. Now that I have this new tripod, it's so funny because this is the new tripod that if I don't have it on right now, but I could turn it on. But it's so funny because it's like if I move to the left, it moves to the left. If I move to the right, you see, look it's like one of those new ones that just came out. And so I definitely wanted, they're gonna be looking at me like I'm crazy, y'all, in the supermarket. Let me turn this off before it starts spinning out of control again. But I will definitely love to, you know, go to the supermarket and just show you guys, like, look, buy this, don't buy that, and just help coach you guys as well. So as you purchase the teas, if you ladies have any questions, please feel free to join our free mentorship, join our prayer war room and ask me all of the questions that you want in there. I am there to offer a lot of support to all of the ladies. So when it comes to the teas, we are definitely going to be in that room sharing recipes with each other, milkshakes, things that you can have that's healthy, so your diet don't have to feel like, oh my God, this is so boring. And I'm going to teach y'all how to make my Dominican avena, because that definitely has been helping me a lot. And we're going to give you all the tips and tricks. So whenever you purchase the herbs, don't worry. You're not going to be by yourself on this journey. Okay. That is something new that I am going to, you guys are the first to know this. Okay. I still haven't even made the flyer. So I am definitely going to be coaching all of the women as, I don't want to say a nutritionist, but I'm definitely going to be there putting together meal plans for all of the ladies and putting together a shopping list and all of that good stuff. What do you call that? A fitness plan. I'm literally working on putting all of that together because this is something that I'm also implementing in my own life. So because I'm on this journey now with y'all, I don't want y'all to feel like, dag, I'm doing this by myself, like this sucks. No, you're going to have a lot of support from me, from all the other ladies. We're going to have a gym playlist soon to get y'all motivated, a Spanish one and an English one. Okay, so y'all can have all the jams in there, working out, and we're going to be helping each other just live a healthy life the way God ordained for us. We are mighty women of God. And our portion is not diabetes. Our portion is not to be unhealthy. Our portion is not to die early. You know, we will not have any premature deaths. We rebuke that in the mighty name of Jesus. Our portion is not high blood pressure. Okay, none of that. All of those things, they have to go. So, you know, I'm very happy to be able to share this experience with you guys, and I am so happy to just be able to bless your life also with these herbs. And I know it's something that's going to be life-changing. It is going to literally transform your life, like for real, not just because I'm saying it, but because I am showing you, you know, my little journey as well. Yes, we definitely do. We have to take care of our physical bodies, you know, and like I said, we have to eat healthy, you know, and there's so many more options. So this is the first of many other videos that have to do with weight loss and healthy eating that is to come. Okay, so I love y'all. Do y'all have any more questions before I get going? Because your girl is hungry. I think I'm gonna have some Indian food today. I want to go grab something to eat with the hubby. And Indian food is so healthy. I love Indian food. Your girl loves some butter chicken, chicken masala. I love it. So I'm just waiting to see if y'all have any last questions before I go. Okay, how long will I get the teas after I order? I'm in California. It should take, I think, no more than 2 to 4 days. I know we had some backed up orders. I think we had a few because of that. Some of the girls, I think it was like 2 or 3 of them, they ended up putting 2 different addresses. One of them was a billing address, and that's something that I have to figure out how we're going to do and put that there. But yeah, that's the only reason I think it took a little bit longer for some of the ladies. And even though it took longer, I'm gonna give them like a little discount code that they could use for the next orders before, but it shouldn't take longer than like 2-3 days. But all of the last orders that we just sent out, I think we sent some out this morning. You should get an alert on your phone. Okay, so if you didn't get an alert on your phone or you didn't get your order yet, let me know, inbox me, and I'll be more than happy to look into it for you. But you should have gotten a notification, because today we sent out all the last ones this morning. We stood up till late yesterday, like 1-2 in the morning, packing up all of the last orders that we sent. So you should definitely get an alert, and it'll be you can track it on your phone. So that's one of the new things that we got going on. Hubby was helping me with that. So yeah, you should definitely get your updates. Once I make the label, you should be able to have your updates on there. Okay, any other last questions before I get going? And like I said, do you like that? I'm doing that absolutely for free. You guys purchase the herbs with me, and I'm giving you all of the support that you're gonna need for your weight loss for free. I'll be giving a lot of things away for free. My husband be looking at me like I'm crazy. But seriously, no, because you're going to get a meal plan, a workout plan. Like, what? You ain't even got to use your insurance, honey. Be like, Patora's hooking me up. So, I love you guys so much. But yeah, so let me get going. I think that's all the questions you guys had. But like I said, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you guys think of anything else, definitely let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And again, to purchase our tea herbs, just go to our website, destroyingevilaltars.com. Okay, so you'll be able to find us quick and easy, or click the link above. You should be able to see in the top of the TikTok, you should be able to see my LinkedIn link, and you just go there and just look for my website or herbs or something. Just look through it. Is in one of those links. All right, ladies, so have a beautiful night. Thank you so much, Marisol. I'm definitely gonna enjoy grubbing. All right, love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.